Hello everybody, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 things that I think every cyclist should have. I'm talking about road cyclists specifically in this video. If you're a mountain biker, some of these would definitely come in handy, but there would be different variations that would be better fitted for your style of riding, where all of this is a little bit more tailored towards road riding. So first off, we're going to start with something that I think every cyclist should have. And I know that there's people that believe the other way, but I would say that everybody needs a helmet. I mean, at this point, we know the dangers that there are with riding in general, but anytime that you are able to prevent some kind of injury, you should really be taking that step. Without harping on it too much, your brain has a lot of important things going on in it that control a lot of other important things in your body, and a helmet's going to be able to protect that. So the first thing I would say that every cyclist should use is a helmet, and that goes for the mountain bikers as well. The second thing that I think every cyclist should have is some kind of repair kit. Now mine's a little bit bulkier. I find it just a little bit more comforting to have this along. I talked about this a little bit in my triathlon kit video. But in mine, I have a mini pump. I have a spare tire. I have a set of tire levers with patch kits in them, as well as a little multi-tool that has different Allen wrenches, different screwdrivers, and even sockets in it as well. Having one of these little kits can save you so much when you're out on a ride. There is debris everywhere. There's the possibility that you're just running low on tire pressure and you actually end up pinching the side of your tire. Having a patch, having an extra tube, having something that you're able to get yourself riding again is going to be extremely important for your rides. If you're running tubeless tires, you're going to be wanting to get a patch kit that probably just has either a mini pump or some kind of CO2 canister in it. That's really going to be able to get you back on the road because the sealant's going to do its job and actually seal that puncture up to keep you rolling, but you might need to put a little bit more pressure in your tires unless you're just out for a leisurely ride and you know that you're not going to be straining too hard if you lose a few PSI. Staying on the same vein of not losing any PSI, the third thing that I think every cyclist should have is a floor pump. Now, they are not that expensive. I want to say this one was probably like $10 from Walmart or something. So the key is to make sure that yours has either a Schrader or Presta or both, because for most road bikes, the tires are Presta valves. So it's important to have that feature on a pump. Another nice feature is to have a gauge. That gauge is going to save you so much time trying to figure out what your tire pressure is at. And as someone who plays around with tire pressure a decent amount, I think it is a valuable asset to know what fits you best, but also what fits your bike best. If you're riding on a lot of uneven road, a lot of gravel, you're probably going to want to run a lower tire pressure, where if you're on smooth tarmac that's like perfectly paved, running a higher pressure is probably going to have more advantage to you. Having the ability with a floor pump to be a little bit more precise with it, to try out different pressures on your rides without having to spend multiple minutes with a hand pump just slowly going at it until you get to a tire pressure that you're comfortable with, is a huge lifesaver, and also really nice for group rides. If you have one in your car and people need to just pump up their tires a little bit, having a floor pump saves so much time and energy for everybody involved. The fourth thing on this list is something that I deem as important in riding, but is not necessary to get you out on the road. And that is going to be some version of cycling kit. So one of the largest benefits to having a pair of cycling shorts is this pad that sits in the bottom of it. This pad is literally going to save your butt. It provides the comfort that most racing style seats do not give. It is just a little bit more padding for those longer rides, and it's going to make it so much comfortable over time. And along with that, having a jersey of some kind that has pockets in the back of it, which pretty much any jersey that you pick up does. But these pockets in the back, you're able to throw extra water bottles, you're able to throw food. I have my phone back there. Just anything that you need, even like my house key when I go for a ride, goes in these back pockets of the jersey. You're able to carry so much more with you, and it makes your ride so much more comfortable when you have the proper clothing for that ride. But like I said, it's not necessary to get you out on the road. I mean, I ride around in jeans when I'm just traveling around in the city. So you can really ride in anything, but for those longer rides, for more competition or training rides, it comes in handy to have some more athletic clothes that is more sport focused. Now, the fifth thing on this list is a little personal. So, something that a lot of people run into while riding is chafing of some kind. And while it is not comfortable to talk about, it is most definitely not comfortable to have. So, the fifth thing on this list is chamois butter. So this you put onto your biking shorts, or you can apply directly to skin down in your nether regions, and this will help prevent that chafing, rubbing of any kind. And man, having this for long rides, especially where you know you're going to be sweaty, is a lifesaver. This stuff just stops chafing, and it is awesome. So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of different versions. There's some that have much more clever names. So yeah, if you go on Amazon and look up chamois butter or chamois cream, yeah, or anti-chafing cream, you are going to find some product like this. It will save your butt so much pain and so much suffering. So that's the 5. Now I'm gonna, yeah, I'll give you a 6th one. So the 6th and final thing that I think is necessary, important, going to make your ride better is something that actually in no way affects your ability to ride. It is this little tag right here that I keep on my watch. So this is a road ID. Having one of these can be really assuring to the loved ones that are around you. It is a little tag that goes on your watch band, or some of them are just a band by itself that has your contact information, some medical information, basic stuff that people would need to know in the event that you were in an accident. And while we never want to actually think about what happens in those situations, it is always good to be prepared. Road ID is one of my favorite products because I believe that if you are out on the road, you should probably be wearing one. Because as I've learned through years of motorcycle riding, the saying is not if you go down, it is when you go down, because it is bound to happen at some point. And the same is very true about riding bikes. Even coming up to a stoplight and you just don't unclip in time and you just fall over, technically you went down, and you need to think about that when you're going out for a ride. Having one of these is a great reassurance that you are going to have that information easily accessible for the first person that shows up on the scene if you are not able to handle the situation yourself. Okay, bummer over. Those are the 5, now 6 things that I think every cyclist should have for their quiver. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there, and I feel like this is a good starting point for everybody who's getting into the world of cycling in some way, shape, or form. With that all being said, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you really liked it, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the little notification bell beside it so that you're notified every time a new video comes out. If you didn't like it, make sure to leave a comment below. What do you think is a better addition to your gear closet as a cyclist than what I listed here? If I like what you're talking about, maybe I'll make a video on it even. Thank you so much for watching this video, but that's all for now, so we'll see you in the next one.
you.